today we're getting right to it because we're kicking things off with an incredible milestone for one of our heroes. I'm Stephanie Langston.
And I'm Laura Schweizer. We are so excited because we are seated here with a living legend. Don Graves right there is a World War II Marine, an Iwo Jima survivor. He came all the way from Texas to Nashville to celebrate his 100th birthday with a one-of-a-kind song.
Yes, thank you so much for making the trip. Along with Don is hit songwriter Jason Seaver. The two collaborated on a moving tribute song, The Sands of Iwo Jima. Welcome in and happy birthday. We had to celebrate you first.
Oh my.
Yes, can you blow this guy out? The wind won't blow it out. Now can you blow that out for us, Don? He's a jokester, clearly. Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes. What an incredible story, Don, that you have to tell. You were there, you saw that flag being raised. It's been 80 years. You also say you saw some sights that you just can't unsee. Can you take us back a little bit and give us a glimpse into that day?
Yeah. It was something that we never expected. There was no flag in the plan. We hadn't heard anything about that. But my colonel, our battalion commander, happened to receive one from the skipper of one of our transports that brought us there. And he said, take this flag, Colonel, if you can do it, I'll have you, when you secure a surabach, put it up on top for me. He said, I'll do it. And that's how we had a flag. But the problem was, what do you put it on? Mm-hmm. They found drain pipe up there. So they put drain pipe together.
Wow.
And then another thing was, what are you going to secure the flag on with?
Yeah.
You don't take your shoelaces, I can tell you that. So they found wire up there. Now the pipe the Japanese put there on top, they had caves down below. They could collect rainwater. It rained every night, right. Just about. Then it would stop in mid-morning. So that's how the flag got up. And when it went up, 520 ships in the bay right there that were hammering away when we could have them do it, just let go with their horns and rockets and tracers, everything they could use. And the boys on the north end of Iwo that were fighting, they opened up. It was a spectacular thing, and it just brought tears to our eyes. Yeah. We never planned on that, but there it was. We did it, we secured it, we felt good about it. Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were all killed but one. Two, Ira Hayes, and one other. He was a corpsman, and the rest were killed. And so I don't know what they're doing. Ira, he died. He had an unfortunate way of life. Alcohol, a lot of different things. But he was a Apache, Pima, and we were buddies. We did Liberty together, and I felt so sorry for him. He was an honorary chief for the tribe, and we did a thing with it. So it was just unfortunate. He went on that tour, and he said to one of the commanders, I can't handle this anymore. I want to go back with my buddies. So they let him go. He came back with us, and we talked stories and that, And I'll never forget, he had a little bit of humor. We were sitting around a big table that we made in one of our tents. Now it's payday. And when it's payday, and they were playing poker at one of the tables in the tent, and Ira and I were sitting there. And one guy, he just couldn't handle it. He was getting mad and yelling, and he just carried on. And I said, Chief, he says, yeah. What do you do with men like him in the tribe? He said, Apache have way of handling fellows like him. And the kid got him, ran off the door.
Oh my gosh, you know what is so great to see you laughing and smiling, 100 years old, after everything you've seen and experienced. And you're also writing and recording a song. The song that came out, it's called, it really was inspired by the battle of Iwo Jima and surviving it. And the song is called The Sands of Iwo Jima. I want to take a quick listen and then we'll talk on the other side.
It's beautiful.
We fought for our freedom. We fought for the flag. We fought for each other, and we had each other's backs. I still see those soldiers' faces. I still hear their battle cries. Oh, the sand of Iwo Jima still haunts me every night.
Whew. I get tears in my eyes listening to that. Thank you so much for your service. You truly are an American hero. Yes.
I went back to the Great Depression when I heard that today, because everything in that song we experienced, American people experienced during the Great Depression. Not just my family, all of us. Everybody was out of work. We were on welfare. Kids never went to church. They didn't have any. We didn't have any decent clothes. And I think that's one of the reasons we skipped school a lot. We were tired of it. You know, it was bad, rainy weather in Detroit, Michigan, where I was born. And I had my oldest sister got the flu. And I said, it's cold out there. And I don't think she's just a minute. Well, my sister had a camel hair girl's coat. And she put it on me. And I said, I'm not going to school with that on. So if you're going to go to school and you're going to keep warm, you get to school right now. I got about 3/4 of the way, and there's an old empty lot. And we always had fire there. We would bake potatoes. So two of my buddies there, I walked over and said, I'm not going to school with this. What are you doing with your sister's coat on?
Wow.
That all the more reason. So I played hooky that time because I would not wear that coat. It was a girl's coat.
But I'm sure it was fabulous.
Yes.
Okay, we have to ask, how did this come about, this music session, this recording, this creation of this song?
It's been a couple years in development, but I was on a plane going to Alaska, and I met a wild guy named Don Weatherby, and he had just gotten kicked out of first class, and he sat down next to me, and he had a couple drinks there. He'd already been imbibing a little bit, and we struck up a conversation, and I told him that I was a musician from Nashville and that I worked with veterans. I have an organization called the As You Were Foundation, and it turns out he has the Texas Air Power Council. We said we should collaborate sometime. We should do something together. I didn't think I'd ever hear from the wild man again, but I did. And when he did, he said, I'd love for you to come down to Fort Worth, Texas, do a little fundraiser show for us, and then you could write with a veteran. And he introduced me to Don Graves. I basically just had to make it rhyme. His life is an absolute story of a song. Everything he's done, we can't thank him enough. There are not many people like him left, and that was the story behind the song. Just an impactful statement by him.
So true, and well said. And they were in the studio today recording it with John Rich, which is awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, we lucked out. We got Lee Greenwood too. Lee Greenwood showed up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We can't wait to
And
hear
they
the
all
final
follow
product.
him. They follow him.
Yes.
Thank you guys so
Well,
much
we
for
do
coming
too.
in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy your birthday celebrations, obviously, and enjoy Nashville. And we want to let everyone know that there is an amazing photography project celebrating World War II veterans. To check it out, visit dclarkevans.com and click on the pictures to learn the story of each survivor.